Technical Difficulties proudly presents Just Off the Top of My Head with your host, Kyan Chris Conroy. Sharks. Are they something to fear? Well, of course they are. They're basically chainsaws that can swim. But are they truly dangerous? Well, see my comment about the swimming chainsaw, think about that for a moment, and there's your answer. But did you know that on average, sharks kill only one person per year in the United States of America? Compare and contrast that with the cow. Domestic, iconic, adorable, and let's face it, kinda delicious. Cows kill over 20 people in the United States every year. Is this true? Are cows more dangerous than sharks? We were highly suspicious of this statistic, so we looked into it. And what we discovered left us disturbed. Of the 20 people killed by cows in 2017, 18 of them were fishermen. The other 2, enthusiasts of the film Jaws. Though not so much of the sequels, but then again, who is? We believe that this can lead us to only one conclusion. I mean, that is if you ignore all the other conclusions like general research, laziness, drunkenness, and insanity like we did. And that conclusion is that the cows are working for the sharks. Now don't think about that too hard for a second and think about this. In addition to sharks, 2 other apex predators, the bear and the alligator, on average kill 1 person per year. Doesn't that make bears and alligators basically sharks? Does that mean we need to rename the bear the woods shark and rename the alligator the swamp shark? To find the answer to this, we asked a zoologist, and he said that he thought we were idiots, but he liked the cut of our jib because we were paying for the drinks that night. As for the rechristening of the bears and the alligators as sharks, he said that he had been a scientist for over 20 years in America and that he'd given up all hope, that he didn't care, and that we could go ahead and knock ourselves out, which we promptly did with alcohol. And that brings us to you, the listeners. Yes, that's right, we know what kind of lushes you are, don't deny it. We believe that with your help and a few stiff drinks, yours or ours, we don't care who's buying, we believe that we can successfully petition the United States government to reclassify sharks, bears, alligators, and other large frightening creatures, such as cougars or moose, into a brand new animal phylum, one we have tentatively titled, Oh Jesus H. Christ Run. Now, there are several advantages to this new animal classification. First, it would save time and possibly lives. You wouldn't have to waste energy on being specific. For example, the traditional method of warning someone of, say, an alligator is, Warning! Alert! There appears to be an apex predator of a reptilian nature in your general vicinity, specifically an alligator. And when you get through that statement, usually by then someone's lost a limb or two. With our new system, one merely needs to scream, Oh Jesus H. Christ Run, and people will instinctively know that it represents a large, terrifying apex predator or moose, and they will, as the kids say, hightail it out of there. Now, this new system has been a long-standing dream of ours. How long? Well, since we got home from the bar last night at least. And who are we? Well, I don't know their names. I usually drink alone, and I was pretty drunk when they came along, but there were at least 3 of them, and they seemed nice and on the up and up. We believe that there is no better time than now to get this idea through to the American people. Why now? Have you actually seen our government? I mean, have you looked at the people in charge? Like, have you heard what the president says? I mean, I think now is the best time to do anything like this. I mean, elections notwithstanding and all, you've got at least until the end of December 2018 to get your stupid shit through the government, let's be honest. But the question remains, if this classification system were to pass, where would that leave the cows? Well, honestly, I don't know. But I do know one thing. 20 people out there, possibly one of you listening to me right now, will be killed by a cow this year. That's more than sharks, bears, alligators, or even lightning strikes combined. You think about that the next time that you're in the woods in a swamp in a thunderstorm while watching Jaws. I'm Kyan Chris Conroy, and this has been Just Off the Top of My Head. You've been listening to Just Off the Top of My Head with your host, I already told them that! Did you hear anything I just said? Not a word. I was busy looking up a bar we haven't been thrown out of yet. Oh, never mind then. Carry on.